Hi beauties, I am Joellen and I'm going to teach you how to take good care of your artist kit so you keep it nice and sanitary and clean and germ-free. Because as mascara beauty artists, we want to make sure that we take care of our customers and that we take care of our kit and that we represent mascara in a professional way. So let me teach you how to properly take care of it so that you can easily do it in your home or your customer's home, and so that you can create a nice beautiful face germ-free. So first off, what you're going to do is you're going to take your kit or a compact or any of your palettes, and I'm going to teach you how to properly use it on a person's face. So never should you take a brush and dip it directly into your kit, because that is just asking for germs and bacteria to be spread, not only from person to person as you work on more than one person, but also all that germ will stay in your palette and then it will harbor bacteria and get worse. So should not ever put your brush directly into your color. If you already have done that and you're like, oh shoot, I have been doing this, have no fear, it's okay. Just simply take an alcohol wipe and just rub off the first layer just to make sure you start with a clean surface. So after this video, you will know how to start over and become better and cleaner at doing makeovers. So you need to take your kit and not your brush directly into here, but I'm going to show you two simple ways you can properly do this on a makeover and do it in a clean way. You can take a Q-tip and a plate, whether that's paper or plastic or glass plate, and if you're gonna be doing a makeover on someone, you have them sitting in a chair and you're thinking that they could be a couple different colors, you want to color match them, you just take your Q-tip and you just scrape off a little bit of color, and then you can put that color onto the plate. And then you just take the amount of product that you need at a time so that you're not wasting product, and then so also you're not dipping your brush back into the product and contaminating it. So you just take what you need and you just take your little dab of color and you put it onto a plate, and then you take your brush and you work directly on the plate, and then you just get more color as you need, and that way you're not wasting product and you're not putting any germs into your stuff. So that's an easy way to do it. Or you can also get this cool artist palette and tool on Amazon, or I'm sure you can get it at an art supply store or somewhere else. But what you do is you take your artist palette, and if you were going to color match someone, you just scrape with the tool and you get a little bit of color on it, and then you put it on a clean surface on your artist palette and you just wipe right there what you need. And then you would take your brush and you directly use your brush on this palette, and so you're not dipping it back into the product and contaminating that way. This way you can work as much as you want, you just dab and use your color that way, and if you need more, then you take your scraper and you get more product. And as you need to change from color to color, let's say you're going from highlight to contour, or even from highlight to a different highlight color, you don't need to disinfect this every time, because as long as you're not putting it on a dirty surface, just choose a clean surface on your artist palette to start a new little place. So every time you need to get a new color, just take a paper towel and wipe it so that you can get more color, a different shade. And then you just work directly from this cool palette so that you are clean and it's really easy to work off of. And then you're not wasting product because you're not getting too much, you just get a little bit as you need. So if you need more, you just go back to your color and you just keep adding to a clean part on your palette. So it's just a really easy way to do it. But let's say you have makeovers back to back, and what do you do with your dirty palette? So you can just take an alcohol wipe and wipe it, or You could take just a Clorox wipe, disinfectant wipe, and wipe the surface, or you can also take alcohol spray and spray it directly onto here and wipe it off with paper towel. You just want to make sure that you always have a really clean surface when you are starting over on someone else. And as you go from customer to customer, you always want to make sure too that you wash your hands or that you sanitize your hands with hand sanitizer. You always want to make sure you are not the one who is spreading the germs. Because if you think about it, someone might have a cold, or they might have a stomach flu and didn't know about it, or they might have some other type of sickness that is easily spread, or they can even have acne or open sores on their face, and you don't want to spread that type of germs from person to person. And so by doing your makeup in a clean way, you can help that not happen. So that is how you would do from your artist kit. You would just take a tool and scrape it out, whether it's like a metal tool or whether it's just a Q-tip, however you want to do it. That's how you would take the color from your kit and work on it with a person. So now let's talk about your makeup tools, your sponges and your brushes. So Maskcara has an awesome perfector sponge. But the thing about this is it is amazing, but it cannot be completely 100% disinfected. So it is best not to use this on your customers. And I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive because you want to sell your customer on a product, and so why not show them how it works? But you can have something as a demo and have it. You can have a dry one and one that has been soaked in water, and you can show them how it would work if they were to buy it. But because it can't be 100% disinfected, it's just best not to use this on person to person and spread those germs. So what I recommend is just to get a disposable makeup sponge, and it's not as awesome as a perfector sponge, but it's a whole lot more cleaner. So you just run this underwater again like you would a perfector sponge and get it soaked, and you would just blend your makeup with this, and then you can throw it away or you can give it to your customer when they're done. So then you don't have to worry about disinfecting your sponge and spreading germs from person to person. Now, in between each customer as well, you want to make sure that you clean your makeup brushes. And there are a couple ways you could do this. You could just take an alcohol wipe and just wipe the brush all over, making sure to clean it properly. Or you could take a brush cleaner with the Restore brush cleaner, or you can do Cinnamon Secrets or another type of brush cleaner. Or you can also just take alcohol spray and spray it onto a paper towel. Get that nice and wet, and then you would rub your brush into the wet paper towel so that you get that nice and clean. And the reason why you wouldn't want to do it with soap and water or something like that in between your clients is because your brush will be wet then, and so by using a brush cleaner or alcohol, this will be fast drying, and it's something that you can easily go from person to person really quickly. But it's so important that you make sure your tools are clean all the time so you're not spreading the germs. And you can also make sure that you clean all of your brush, the handle and everything, so that you're not using dirty hands and spreading it from the face. So that's how you would take care of your tools properly. Now what about eyeshadow? You know, it's kind of trickier to scrape off powder and to use that. So I do put my brush directly into my eyeshadow. And the reason why I do that is because it's a lot easier to clean the eyeshadow than it is to clean the cream foundation. So what I would do is if I were using Cocoa, I would use the brush, put it directly into the product and put it on the person, but then afterwards, before I were to use the same color on somebody else, I would take an alcohol wipe, and I'll show you what I do. Take the alcohol wipe, and it's just a little square, and you would gently pat it into the color. where you used it. So, and alcohol is fast drying, so it's not gonna sit in there and cause a moisture mess. So then now my alcohol wipe has a little bit of color on it, and that now has cleaned that surface. Or another way you can do it is to take alcohol spray and to spray your surface of your eyeshadows, and that will just quickly clean and absorb and dry the germs off. So that's just an easy way to take care of your eyeshadows. So I hope with those simple steps that you can incorporate those into your makeup artist routine as you do makeovers on your beauties. So it's really important as artists to maintain that standard of cleanliness and to make sure that we aren't the ones responsible for spreading germs and for being unclean. So good luck and practice, and be a good representative of our company.